and welcome back. It's lovely to see you. We're going to do a wonderful exercise now, something that my angels and guides taught me many, many years ago for some very, very good reasons. It's called the heart-mind balance. Now, we are all familiar, I think, with the feeling of this tug of war between the head and the heart. The mind wants to do one thing. It wants to do the logical, rational thing or the socially acceptable thing, and the heart wants to do the intuitive thing, the thing that feels good or that feels right. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think you probably do. I've certainly been there. Do you know what I mean, Elisa?
Oh, absolutely.
So this is a fantastic exercise. There's a whole chapter written about this exercise in my book, You Are Clairvoyant. So if you want to read more about it there, you can, but you're going to find out all you need to know, and we're actually going to do it together today. It's a very powerful exercise. The heart-mind balance isn't so much a chakra balance, even though it works with three very important chakras, with your brow, your throat, and your heart chakra. So when you've got these three chakras out of balance with each other, when there's discord, this is what we're talking about. The head wants to go one direction, the heart wants to go another direction. And what happens with the throat chakra? It's stuck in the middle. And we often find that people get constriction here, whether it's physically a feeling of constriction, or do they just find it difficult to express themselves. So our society is not really that geared, is it, to really expressing your true feelings, is it?
No, a lot of people, myself especially, experienced growing up where it wasn't okay to say what you're feeling.
Yep.
You know, you're told to be quiet, go sit, and amuse yourself or do as you're told. And it just isn't okay to speak your truth.
That's right. And yet, you know, in this field that I work in, the mind, body, spirit field, if you want to call it that, we're always talking about authenticity, speaking your truth, and so on. So how do we do that, and how do we help our chakras and help ourselves to feel balanced in that way? The heart-mind balance is a fantastic tool for this, and it really helps to reduce the stress and the tension and the tug of war between the head and the heart, and relieve the pressure here in the throat area, so it is easier for you to express yourself, have that authentic self-expression. It's a very simple exercise, and we're going to take you through the steps in a minute. Elisa's here to help us today, and she's going to show us exactly how to do it, or show you what it looks like. So just get yourself comfortable in your chair. Good idea to have both your feet on the ground like that, because we've set up our channel, we're connected to Mother Earth, we're connected to our divine guidance. Now the throat chakra, here in the centre on your throat obviously, the heart chakra is generally in the centre of your chest. So just indicate that for us if you wouldn't mind. And some people like to put both hands on the heart chakra. And then the brow chakra, where's that, Elisa? Fantastic. See, it's not difficult. Names, they're Sanskrit names, and a lot of the time people can't remember them. I often have trouble remembering those names. I know that this is the Anahata and this is the Anya, but if we just say heart chakra, throat chakra, brow chakra, everyone can understand that. So
it's nice to keep it simple.
It is really nice to keep it simple. It's really important because we've got so much going on in our lives anyway. We don't need to remember a whole lot more. Imagine that what's going to be happening here is you've got these three chakras. They're not all necessarily working together. In fact, they might be pulling in opposite directions at certain times in your life. We're going to bring in energy and light that's going to form a figure 8, flowing up and down like that, crossing over at the throat chakra, looping down through the heart chakra, coming back up through the throat, cross through the brow, and back down again, up and down like that. Now, it doesn't matter which way it feels like the energy is moving for you. Whatever feels comfortable, whatever just happens spontaneously. So as I said at the beginning, this is not really chakra balance, but of course the chakras benefit from this individually as well as this energy pulling it together. So just bring your hands to any of the two chakras involved. So as we said, brow, throat and heart. And you can move your hands around while we're doing the exercise if that's what feels good for you. Sometimes people want to put both hands on one of the chakras for a while, or they move their hands around. So whichever feels good for you is completely fine. Just go with the flow. Now the energy and light that we're feeding into this figure 8 usually ends up looking like a nice bright violet colour. But what happens at first is, if you can tune into this energy, or if you can see it in your inner screen in your mind's eye, it might look a bit dark or feel heavy and gluggy, not clear and clean and bright and flowing nicely, because, you know, obviously if there's imbalance there, then the energy's not going to look great. Where's this energy going to come from that we're going to do the healing with? We're going to bring it down from the universe and channel it into this figure 8 using your own hands. Simple as that. So that's how we're going to make it work. What we are aiming for here is tuning into this figure 8 flow of energy and light that connects these 3 chakras. And as I said before, it doesn't matter which way you feel the energy flowing. It can go through the figure 8 in that direction or that direction. But what we're aiming for is to go from a feeling of, oh, the energy's not moving very smoothly, or it feels really dark and heavy, to, oh, it's this lovely, bright, violet colour. A bit like the colour of your dress. Now, some people see a different colour. You might get a bright green or a bright blue. That's okay. But when it was taught to me by my angels and guides, they said violet, really nice bright violet colour. When I work on clients and give them a heart-mind balance, it's usually violet. But if you get a different colour, that's fine. The main aim is that we want the energy to feel like it's flowing nice and smoothly, and that it's a nice, bright, rich colour. Again, at this point, if you don't see the colour, or if you don't feel anything specific, don't worry. The intention's the most important thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you sit down with the intention of, I'm going to give myself a heart-mind balance, that's what you're going to get. So again, don't stress about, oh, I'm not sure if I'm seeing it, I'm not sure if what I'm feeling is right. It's about just doing it, practicing it, and the more regularly you do it, the better you will get with that. So close your eyes now, Elisa, if you don't mind, and just think for a moment about this intention of giving yourself a heart-mind balance. And Elisa was just telling me earlier that she actually feels this is really relevant for her today. So it's perfect how this has come up to be the thing that we're filming today. I love that. I love the way the serendipity works. Now imagine this figure 8 connecting those 3 chakras. So it's looping up through your brow chakra, across your throat chakra, and down to your heart chakra. And when you're ready, take your hands to whichever of those chakras they feel drawn to go to. And imagine yourself bringing down a beautiful beam of bright violet energy and light from the cosmos, from the universe, in through your hands, and let it flow into those chakras and into the figure 8. Now, when you're doing this for yourself at home, you might feel like you only need a couple of minutes, or you might feel like you really need to sit there for quite some time and really enjoy the feeling of this, really let the energy do its work. So there's no time limit, but of course for the purposes of this video, you can pause the video, you can go and read the chapter in You Are Clairvoyant, or you can just do it for a couple of minutes anytime you like. Just notice how Elisa's moving her hands around. She's just going with what she feels guided to do, which is absolutely perfect. There's no one rule for everybody. We're just showing you the basics of the method. Now, as that beautiful violet light is flowing in through your hands, into the chakras, it's flowing into the figure 8 of energy and light, it's clearing blockages, it's brightening up the energy, it's helping it flow more smoothly. I had a client once who found it very difficult to express her feelings, and it nearly cost her her relationship. We spent a whole hour in her treatment, the whole hour that she was there with me for her consultation that day, doing a heart-mind balance for her, because it was a crisis for her in her life. She couldn't express her feelings to her partner, and wow, it was really powerful. It changed the whole course of her relationship. Now, Elisa's really concentrating with this. She's just gently getting into it. It's not this hard work where you've got to make it happen. Just let the energy flow. Trust that your intention is making it happen. And when you've done this for as long as you feel you need to do, which again could mean that you need to pause this video or go away and practice it after you've watched us here in our virtual classroom, you can ask your angels and spirit guides to help you wrap yourself up in a lovely cocoon of rich energy and light. Whatever colour comes to you is fine. And again, I keep seeing silver. I get silver a lot. But if you get a different colour, that's perfectly fine. It's about holding the space, helping you to feel nice and cosy and safe. So Elisa, just call in a lovely cocoon of energy and light around you. Your angels and guides can help you with that. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. How did that feel?
Beautiful, actually. Before starting that, I had a real catch in my throat. My brow chakra felt like it wasn't even existent.
Really?
And my heart was quite heavy. And I'm quite sure my voice has actually already changed between before and now, because the catch isn't there now.
Wow.
Which is really, really awesome. And the channel of energy started out quite thin, and I felt it get quite thick and large, like as more flow occurred.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful exercise, thank you.
That's beautiful. And isn't it interesting that you chose to wear that stone around your neck today? Is that an amethyst?
It is,
Yep.
yeah.
So she wore this beautiful violet purple coloured stone. That was just a spontaneous thing. I didn't tell her we'd be filming this particular exercise today. So isn't serendipity amazing? There were so many exercises I could have chosen from today that my little voice said to me, while you're working with Elisa, do the heart-mind balance. It's exactly what she needed. She wore the coloured dress, she wore the coloured stone. So this is how it goes. When you let your intuition and clairvoyance work for you, everything flows and everything falls into place. Now, we didn't give you much time with that exercise today because for the purposes of the video, we can't let the video just go on and on for minutes on end. Elisa could go away now and do that for herself a bit later if she wants to. There's nothing difficult there to remember, is there?
Not at all.
Remember your intention. Sorry.
Nice and simple.
Nice and simple.
Wow, I like it.
Yeah. Remember your intention, that you want to give yourself a heart-mind balance. Bring in the violet energy and light. Ask your angels to wrap you up in a cocoon of energy and light at the end of it. And it's all done. It's fantastic. I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you find many wonderful uses for it in the future in your lifetime. Namaste. Thank you very much.